Hare Krishna, Shaya Mataji, you're welcome. Shaya Mataji there?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes, I'm here.
Yeah, you're welcome, Mataji. Thank you for coming early. My mother, Alka Vasa also came very earlier. Thank you. That is a sign of serious devotees. They come early to program. We appreciate that. We are waiting for the other devotee. I will just chant the Magalacharam. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurminitanye Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitanye Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupa Sagrajata Sagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padasagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So you are welcome. So yesterday we could not introduce ourselves before we started the program because it's very important also we know ourselves. So I was expecting Mother she is going to be here today, but it's okay. So my name is Kavikarnapura. I'm originally from Nigeria. Did my first degree in cooperative management and second the postgraduate program in management, business administration, and also public administration. Okay, so I've been work in 2 different companies in Nigeria as a sales manager for many years, and I'm here in the Philippines now, serving in Shishirada Madhava Mandir to coordinate our training programs and other activities. Also engage in other service also. So that is me. So please, can we introduce ourselves quickly so that we know who we are? We can start from Mother Aka. Yes. Mataji, your mic is not very clear.
My voice is not coming, Prabhu.
It's coming now.
Okay. I am Alka Bansal from India, and I am connected with SCON in COVID time, Prabhu, 2020. COVID
very
is
good.
For me.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Hare Krishna, Mataji. So, India. Actually, Mataji, please introduce yourself for other devotees to know you. Hello. Your mic
Hare
is
Krishna
not.
Prabhu, you hear me now?
Now we can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. My name is Ashraya Devidasi. I think Mother Alka know me because I still remember we had a service together.
I know. Yes, I know, Mata.
Yeah, I miss
I'm
you.
searching you when I'm coming to temple, but I'm not see
Oh,
you.
I miss you. I'm sorry, Mata. I'm actually studying. That's why
Okay.
I need to
Okay.
go out to the temple. So I'm a
Okay.
full-time devotee before, so yeah. And now I went out to the temple because I am studying. So, but I still come from time to time. So thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you for introducing yourself. So, Madam Lillian, please introduce yourself.
Hi, Hari Krishna. I'm Lilian Nancy Janes. I'm active in the Makati Temple, Philippines. And I'm so glad to be invited to this
Hare
chat
Krishna.
tonight, Prabhu. Hari Krishna.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Yes. The next devotee, please, Angelita Sorbito. Introduce yourself to others. Are you there? Madam Niharika?
Hare Krishna, this is Niharika. I was not
Yeah.
able to join yesterday because I was really busy, but I'm joining now.
Thank you very much. Just give some little introduction about yourself.
Yeah, I have been joining the temple in Makati for, since last year, but I used to go to the temple in Thailand, and that's how I came to know about ISKCON.
Oh, thank you very much. We're happy to have you.
Welcome.
Hare Krishna. Angelita, please unmute yourself. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Maybe she's having audio problem, Prabhu.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so thank you. Yesterday, you want to come in?
Hare Krishna, I'm also here. My name is Chaitanya Chandradas. I'm living in the Shri Radha Madhava temple. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So that is Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu, our brahmachari in the Shri Radha Madhava temple. Okay, so he's here also. Because we are in the same room, so we're going to be using the same mic so that we will not disturb, there will not be, jamming in the network. Okay, so thank you very much. So we just continue from here. So yesterday we talked about, we started the Nectar of Instruction, and we did the preface, which was very nice. And in the preface, Prabhupada was introducing us to Srila Rupa Goswami and his books. Mentioned many of the books of Srila Rupa Goswami, how the Rupa Goswami book, our advancement in spiritual life, and we're studying. Now, who is Srila Rupa Goswami? Srila Rupa Goswami is a very intimate associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They were born in a very high-class Brahmana family, but later, during the Mughal rule in India, they worked for the Muslim kings as their ministers. Rupa and Sanatan, Dabikas and Sakara Malik, they work as their ministers. They were very intelligent devotees, but they were working on that high level, ministers for the Muslims, Mughal. And when they saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this offer their respectful obeisances with all humility to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That was the first time these prayers, Namo Mahavadanyaya, Krishna Prema Pradayate, Krishnaya, Krishna Chaitanya, Namne Goratu Shinama. This prayer was composed by Rupa and Sanatan Goswami to pay their respectful obeisances to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the first time they met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Prabhu gave them instruction to go to Vrindavan and write books on Vaishnava culture and so many other literature that will help devotees in spiritual advancement. So later on, Rupalo Goswami met Chaitanya Prabhu personally. Chaitanya Prabhu gave him guidance on how he will write the books. And that is why he wrote very important books for us. Nectar of Devotion, Upadeshamrita, Vigabdha Madhava, and Lalita Madhava. These are very wonderful books about deep pastime of Shishirada and Krishna. So we're very happy and very fortunate to be studying this Upadeshamrita, the Nectar of Instruction of Srila Rupa Goswami, because they are very, very intimate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They understand the inner mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There was one time in Jagannath Puri when Srila Rupa Goswami wrote a book and he hid it on the ceiling. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he went to his room and he saw this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very, very, very happy to see what Srila Rupa Goswami have composed, because he could see that they understand deep pastimes about Shishirada and Krishna and the intimate pastime of Radha and Krishna. They understand very deeply. So Chaitanya Prabhu gave them so much blessings to write for our own spiritual advancement. So we're very happy to be studying this book. So we're going to start today from Mantra 1, very, very important. We're going to be studying it. And also, like I said, we're going to be studying Srila Prabhupada's purport and also commentary from Srila Bhakti Thakur. So we'll be taking some comment from that also. And also, I will appreciate the devotees if they are in a very good environment. If you can open your mic so that it will be like a classroom setting, it will be very, sorry, I say mic, your video. So that will be like classroom setting. We can see whether you are really paying attention behind your camera or you are very far away from your camera, because, you know, this technology, they are very useful, but sometimes also they can be very, very and deceptive also. So just to be sure that we are all attentive, if you can on your camera, I know, we really appreciate it. Thank you very much as you do so. Okay, so we are going to continue from where we stop. I'm going to share the screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are going to start from text 1. It's a very nice verse. We should all memorize this because we are going to do our mantra recitation. One of the mantra we are going to memorize is this number 1 mantra. It's very, very important. If you understand this mantra, you understand about leadership, you understand about the goal of life. Because actually, when I was writing my thesis on in business administration, I was quoting some part of Srila Rupa Goswami, but in a very professional way, because there is what they call conscious leadership. You know, unless you understand these books of our child, you cannot know what it means to really be a true leader. So they are very deep, and they're very, very important for us to really improve ourselves, for self-improvement. Very, very important. So, okay, so we're going to read this. Vacho vegam manasakroda vegam. You can repeat if you want.
Vacho vegam mansakrodha vegam.
Jiva vegam udaropasta vegam.
Jivva vegam udrupastha vegam.
Eta vegam yo visaita dira.
Pitan vegan yavisheheta dhiraha.
Sarvam apimam pritivim sashishyat.
Sarvam apimam prithvim sa shishyayat. Prithvim sa shishyayat.
Yes. Okay. So Vacha Vachaha of speech, Vegam, urge, Manasa of the mind, Krodha of anger, Vegam, urge, Jiva of the tongue, Vegam, urge, Udara, upasta, of the belly and genitals. Okay. Vegam, urge, etan, this, vegan, urges, Yaha, whoever, Vishayita, can tolerate, Diraha, soba, sarvam, all. Api, certainly, Imam, this, Pritivim, word, Saha, that personality, Sishyat, can make disciples. So translation, I'm Papa by Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada explains, a sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak demands the actions of anger and the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals, is qualified to make disciples all over the world. Can everyone please repeat?
Sober person.
Continue.
Who can tolerate the urge to speak, mind,
The actions
action,
of tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world.
Thank you very much. This is very, very deep. Actually, this is the main weakness. If anybody, when you say someone is weak, it's because they have shortcoming in any of this. If you study very, very closely, someone who cannot control his speech, always talking, is going to run into trouble. If you cannot control your mind, you're going to run into trouble. Anger, if you're always easily angered, you're going to run into trouble. You cannot control your tongue. If you cannot control your tongue, you're going to run into trouble. Belly, genitals, you're going to run into trouble. So this is very, very important. And it's here, Srila Prabhupada Goswami mentioned, if you're able to control or tolerate this, they are called urges. My Guru Maharaj will use the word pushing. Pushes, they're always pushing us. We want to talk. We want to talk. We want to talk. Our mind is always controlling us, taking us here and here and there. The tongue, we want to eat nice food. Papa is going to, when we study the purport, we see all this. You know? And like that. So they are pushing. We have to control them. Unless we learn to control them, we cannot be happy. Very, very important. So this is the beginning of spiritual life. If we don't learn to control these things, we have not started our spiritual journey. It's very, very important. Okay, there are so many things we like to do, but we have to always ask ourselves, is it favorable for devotional service? So let's go to the purport. So we are going to read paragraph by paragraph. So anybody can take turn to read the paragraph. Somebody read one paragraph, the other person will read paragraph like that, we take turns. So the first to open the mic to read now, we can read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. My voice is okay?
Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, purport from Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In Srimad Bhagavatam 6.1.9 to 10, Parikshit Maharaj placed a number of intelligent questions before Sukdev Goswami. One of these questions was, why do people undergo atonement if they cannot control their senses? For instance, a thief may know perfectly well that he may be arrested for his
Stealing.
and he may actually even see a thief arrested by the police. yet he continued to steal. Experience is gathered by the hearing and seeing. One who is less intelligent gather experience by seeing, and one who is more intelligent gather experience by hearing. When an intelligent person, where it is?
When an intelligent person hears from the law books.
I missed.
Okay, let me take it up.
Oh,
law books and Shastra. When an intelligent person hears from law books and Shastra. From the beginning now.
Yeah, law books and Shastra or scriptures, their stealing is not good. And here's that a thief is punished when arrested. He refrains from the thief. A less intelligent person may first have to be arrested and punished for stealing to learn to stop stealing. However, a rascal, a foolish man, many have the experience of both hearing and stealing, and may even be punished, but still he continue to steal. Even if such a person even in such a person's tone
atones
and is punished by the government, he will again continue theft as soon as he come out the jail. If punishment in jail is considered atonement, what is the benefit of such atonement? Thus Parikshit Maharaj inquired,
Trishta Shutabhyam Yat Papam Jnana Namapi Atmanoitam Karoti Bhuyo Vivashaha Prayachitamato Katam Kvachim Nivartate Badrat Kvache Charati Tat Punaha Prayaschitam Ato Patam Manye Kunjara Sochaya Shavat. Please continue.
Yeah. He compared atonement to an elephant's bathing. The elephant may take a very nice bath in the river, but as soon as it comes out to the bank, he throws dirt all over its body. What then it is the value of its bathing? Similarly, many spiritual practitioners chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and at the same time
commit many forbidden things.
Yeah, commit many forbidden things.
Thinking that
they are chanting will
counteract their offenses.
To their offenses of the 10 types of offenses one can commit while chanting the holy name of the Lord. Namno baladiyasya hi papa buddhya. Committing sinful activities on the strength of the chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Similarly, certainly Christians go to church to confess their sins before the priest and performing some penance. Some penance will
relieve them from the result of their weekly sin. As soon as Saturday is over,
as soon as somebody another one is reading from.
As soon as Saturday is over and Sunday comes, they again begin their sinful activities, expecting to be forgiven the next Saturday. This kind of prayachita or atonement is condemned by Parikshit Maharaj, the most intelligent kind of his time, king of his time. Shukadev Goswami, equally intelligent, as befitting the spiritual master of Maharaj Parikshit, answered the king and confirmed that his statement concerning atonement was correct. A sinful activity cannot be counteracted by pious activity. Thus, real prayachita atonement is the awakening of our dormant Krishna consciousness. So, what I want us to really deliberate a little bit on what we have read so far. So the question is that how many types of what do you call it?
3 classes.
3
classes.
Yeah, how many classes of men learning do we have? Yes, of men learning do we have, as mentioned in the purport? Yeah, intelligence, yeah. How many of them do we have? Please, let's deliberate a little bit.
Three types of. One is who is doing mistake. One is intelligent, who is listening and not doing mistakes. One is that one, and second is doing mistake but not to repeat it again. And the third one is doing mistake and again repeat it. That mistake.
Thank you, Mataji. But I want directly from what we have just read from Purpose Purport, that proper mention in the purport, that because we are studying this purport because we have to really deliberate on them. It's very, very important. Proper mention in the purport, experience is gathered by three types. That is, learning is gathered by in three ways. Mention them. That is the question, actually. Experience is gathered in three ways. Mention them, and which one is the highest?
It says here.
Yes, please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
It says that.
But your voice is very low. You have to put your mind in your mic.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I'm really sorry. How about this?
Now we can hear you.
It says here that in the purport that similarly many spiritual practitioners chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and at the same time commit many forbidden things, thinking that their chanting will counteract their offenses.
No, that is not. I'm talking about the experience now. Let us go back. Sorry. Let's go back from why do people undergo atonement? If you have the book there, just open it. We have to go back. Why do people undergo atonement? Let's go back. Who have the book? You can read it, please.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, please, Babu, go ahead. Yes, thank you. Oh, you're off your mic again. On your mic, please.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please.
Prabhupada says in the purport that one of the questions was, why do people undergo atonement if they cannot control his senses? He said that, for instance, a thief may know perfectly well that he may be arrested for his stealing, and he may actually even see a thief arrested by the police, yet he continues to steal.
Yeah. There's then below that, read further, please.
Okay, yes. And he continued, experience is gathered by hearing and seeing. One who is less intelligent gathers experience by seeing, and one who is more intelligent gathers experience by hearing.
Very good. Thank you. That is the point. Sorry, I said three, but it's two. That is the point I was looking for. Prabhupada said, experience is gathered by how many ways? How many ways? You can on your mic and speak if you know.
There is two ways.
Two ways. Mention them.
The two person, the one have the knowledge if he see and he hear.
So which
one
one
who will stop will
which one? Which
doing.
one is the highest?
The other one,
which one is the highest?
Will learn in a hard way. You need to go through to get arrested.
No, wait, Prabhuji. Which one is the highest of the two?
The highest of these two. Highest from you mean the highest.
Any question I'm asking you, you should look inside the purport and answer me, because we are concentrating on purpose purport now. Proper mention, experience is gathered in two ways. Which one is the highest?
The highest is by learning from seeing and hearing, and this
No. That is not what Prabhupada said. Read it.
Wait. For instance, a thief may know perfectly well that he may be arrested for his stealing, and he may actually even see a theft arrested by police, yet he continues to steal. Experience is gathered by hearing and seeing. One who is less intelligent gather experience by seeing, and one who is more intelligent gather experience by hearing. When an intelligent person
So
hears
which
from
one
the law
is
book in Shastras,
which one
or
is higher? Wait, listen now. That is, you have already read the point I'm
the
looking
more
for.
intelligent, you mean the more intelligent
Which one is more intelligent?
by hearing.
Yeah. Very good. That is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yes. Purpose experience is gathered in two ways. One who is more intelligent gather experience by hearing. And one who is less intelligent gather experience by seeing.
Yeah.
When you tell somebody, don't do that. Go. I have to experience it myself. Why do you want me not to do it? Let me go and experience. That is it's a sign that the person is very less intelligent, because one who have high intelligence, we just by saying don't do this, it's not good, we listen to you. That is the point I'm trying to bring. And property is, why is property raising that point? Property is saying that people, they cannot control their senses, but still they want to perform atonement. That is the question of Parishit Maharaj to Sukadev Goswami. Why is people want to purify themselves when they cannot control their senses? Are you getting the point? Because
yes,
the verse is talking about we controlling our senses. So now Prabhupada is starting the purport by saying, why do people, by the question of Parishit Maharaj to Sukadev Goswami, why people want to undergo atonement if they cannot learn to control their senses? And Prabhupada gave an example of devotee who is chanting. We are chanting and we are committing all kinds of sinful activities, thinking that by our chanting, we are going to purify ourselves. And Prabhupada said, this is offensive chanting.
okay.
And Prabhupada gave another example that the Christian, they will go to church every Saturday to go and confess their sin to the Father. And the next Sunday, from the beginning of the week again, they will start committing sin. So what kind of atonement is this? This is the point I want us to understand from this, what we have read so far, that Prabhupada is expecting us that we should learn by hearing. We should not be less intelligent. We should be very, very intelligent devotee. We should learn by hearing. We should not learn by seeing. Because many people like to experience before they learn. Okay? Let's continue reading. From where we stop? From where we stop? Real atonement. Real atonement.
Real atonement.
Yeah.
Please read.
Real atonement involves coming to real knowledge. And for this is a standard process. When one follows a regulated hygienic process, he does not fall sick. A human being is meant to be trained according to certain principles to revive his original knowledge. Such a methodical life is described as tapasya. One can be gradually elevated to the standard of real knowledge or Krishna consciousness by practicing austerity and celibacy, brahmacharya, by controlling the mind, by controlling the senses, by giving up one's possession in charity, by being avoidly truthful, by keeping clean, and by practicing yoga asanas. However, if one is fortunate enough to get the association of a pure devotee, he can easily surpass all the practices for controlling the mind by the mystic yoga process simply by following the regulative principles of Krishna consciousness, refraining from illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling, and by engaging in the service of the Supreme Lord under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master. This is easy process is being recommended by Srila Rupa Goswami.
Thank you. Okay. So this is the process. This is the beginnings of devotional service. Why do we follow this? No illicit sex, no meat eating, no intoxication, and no gambling. This is called a regulated principle of freedom. Unless we learn to follow this four regulated principle very strictly, actually we cannot make advancement in spiritual life. We cannot make advancement in spiritual life because this is the beginning. This is the beginning. Unless you start following this, you cannot come to the mode of goodness. Yesterday, we read from the preface that before we can start making advancement in spiritual life, we have to come to the mode of goodness. So these things, we are supposed to be observing, following this regulated principle that Prabhupada are giving us, the four regulated: no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating of fish, is to gradually bring us to the mode of goodness. We should understand why we are doing what we are doing. If we don't know why we are doing what we are doing, we don't take it very serious. Understanding is very important. So we are following these things so that we can come to the mode of goodness, because mode of goodness is very, very important to make spiritual advancement. Very, very important. Unless we come to the mode of goodness, it will be very difficult to make spiritual advancement. Actually, unless we come to the mode of goodness, practicing spiritual life will be very painful. It's supposed to be very sweet. Spiritual life is supposed to be susu kam karutam avyayam. It's supposed to be sweet. But if we don't come to the mode of goodness, it will be everything will be very painful, like we are struggling. So all this is to bring us to mode of goodness. We should understand. This is the importance. Because many devotees, they don't take it very seriously. Oh, we can take onion and garlic. Because they don't know why they should not take onion and garlic. Onion and garlic, they are food in the mode of ignorance and passion. So if you are really serious about your spiritual advancement, you know that you have to bring yourself to the mode of goodness. And whatever things that will not enhance your good, to bring you to the mode of goodness, you have to give it up. This is the beginning of spiritual life. This is the beginning of surrendering. You have to reject all the things that are not going to enhance your spiritual advancement. You have to reject them and accept those things that are going to enhance your spiritual advancement. You will see the next verse, we are going to be talking more about that. And also we will discuss more on the purpose on that, about accepting and rejecting those things that are not favorable for devotional service. Okay? So we're going to continue. Now, Prabhupada, you're going to be picking those points one by one. We talk about vacha, the speech, how to control the speech. Then he will start giving more explanation on them. So let's hear Prabhupada's. And also, if you have any question as we are doing, as we are speaking, if you have any question, you have your own contribution, your experience from whatever Prabhupada is saying, please raise your hand, indicate by using the hand-raising emoji. Don't just unmute yourself and speak. If you have anything to speak, you raise your hand and I will ask you to speak. Okay, thank you. So we continue from where we stop. Prabhupada is going to start picking the points one by one and expatiating on them. Okay. Oh yeah, let's continue.
First, one must control his speaking power. Every one of us has the power of speech. As soon as we get an opportunity, we begin to speak. If we do not speak about Krishna consciousness, we speak about all sorts of nonsense. A toad in a field speaks by croaking, and similarly, everyone who has a tongue wants to speak. Even if all he has to say is nonsense. The croaking of the toad, however, simply invites the snake. Please come here and eat me. Nevertheless, okay. Thank you, Raguji.
Continue.
Okay. Nevertheless, although it is fighting
Put
death,
your mic is far from your mouth now.
This one you hear, Prabhuji?
No, it's too far.
This is the best I can do.
It's okay now. It's okay now.
Okay. Nevertheless, although it is inviting death, the toad goes on croaking and talking of materialistic men and impersonalist Mayavadi philosophers may be compared to the croaking of frogs. They're always speaking nonsense and thus inviting death to catch them. Controlling speech, however, does not mean self-imposed silence. The external process, how to read this, Mauna? Mauna, as Mayavad philosophers think, silence may appear helpful for some time, but ultimately it proves a failure. By contrast, the controlled speech advocate by Srila Rupa Goswami is the positive process of Krishna Katha, engaging the speaking process in glorifying the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. The tongue can thus glorify the name, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Lord. The preacher of Krishna Katha is always beyond the clutches of death. This is the significance of controlling the urge to speak.
Thank you very much. So, it's very, very important, the urge to speak. So, Srila Bhakti Thakur commented on this also. The urge to speak is always there. And Srila Bhakti Thakur divided it also into two. The instruction is going to be followed by Sayansi in different way from the Grihastha. Like that is how Bhakti Thakur explained his own. Just like Prabhupada is saying. Prabhupada say a Sayansi must strictly follow this instruction of not speaking nonsense. Anything that is not connected to Krishna, a Sayansi must strictly avoid it. But a Grihastha who has to go to work and perform activity for his family, sometimes you may have to talk about other things, maybe your business places and all the rest. It's okay, as long as you don't overdo it and connecting your work to Krishna. For a Grihastha, it's okay. Sometimes you have to talk about that. But for a Sayansi and a Brahmachari, they have to strictly follow this. That is what Bhakti Thakur mentioned. You can see what Prabhupada said there. We have to control it by speaking Krishna Katha. Very, very important. Very, very, because all of us, whenever we get opportunity, we want to get new gist about the devotee. Oh, what is happening now? We start talking like that. We like to gossip. Oh, hey, have you heard? They say this Prabhuji is like this, is like, We love gossip. We love it. Not that we like it, we love gossip. So, but if we want to make spiritual advancement, we have to control the urge to speak. And that is why you see Prabhupada mentioned about Mona, silence. So because every living entity like to speak, some people may look silent also, but when they are around people that they are comfortable with, you will know that they are not really silent. They will start speaking. Yeah. So, but you see in India, some people, they take the vow of Mona. They don't want to speak. They close their mouth. Because it's very difficult for us. Since we are born, we just start speaking. We want to speak about the politics. We want to speak about, economic development. We want all kind of things we want to talk. So, but we have to learn to control this urge. It's an urge. Vegan is an urge. We have to control, like Papa mentioned, by talking Krishna Katha. When we come in the association of devotees, the only way to do that is by speaking Krishna Katha. Not always eager to hear what has happened to this devotee, what has happened to that person. No. That is not going to help us to make spiritual advancement. Okay? So, any comment, questions so far about the urge to speak? Let us discuss.
Yeah, I want to add to that, Prabhu. Prabhupada gave a very but Prabhupada gave a very nice example about the croaking of the frogs.
Yeah.
So the talking or the speech is like this. The frogs doesn't know that the more they talk, they invite the snakes to eat them. So the more we speak nonsense, the more we are like enamored or be eaten by Maya. So like things like
That
that.
is very nice. That is a very nice analogy. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes. Thank you. The more we, like Prabhupada gave a very nice analogy. The more we see the croc, the toad is croaking, is actually trying to invite the opposite sex. But by just making noise, he's telling the snake where he is to come and eat it. You see? So sometimes our talking is to bring trouble for us. So that is why the more we control the urge to speak, and we have seen in the association of devotee, just this talking has caused many trouble. You know, like this devotee will say, oh, you know, I tell you this thing, then you tell this person, then you start having enmity and a fighting, inimica. Then this devotee will say, oh, that devotee, you know, is going to gossip about me to this person come to tell me about it. It brings so much problem in the family, in the devotee association. So the more we talk, we are inviting Maya, just like Rasaraj Prabhu said. So the more we talk about Krishna, then the better for us. That is how to control the urge to speak. Any other comments or question? Yes, go ahead. You have to speak loud because nobody will.
Okay. Yeah, I also I heard in a lecture by Govinda Maharaj, they're saying that in this verse, Nectar of Instruction, that this analogy of the toad croaking, speaking nonsense, it refers to us as human beings, that if we are engaged in talking nonsense, then our lifespan will be reduced. That our lifespan will be cut short because we are not talking about Krishna. So he will make an arrangement for us to shorten our lifespan, just as the lifespan of the frog has been shortened. He gave explanation like that in his lecture, so I was very impressed by that. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that contribution. I hope we had what Prabhu said. Did everyone get the Prabhu's comments? Yeah, just say yes if you're adding.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, say Govinda Maharaj said, just like this toad is inviting snake. So when we talk Maya, we don't control our urge to speak. Then also we shorten our own lifespan. So the best for us to control the urge to speak nonsense, politics, gossiping, you know, all this, we are going to talk more about it. You can see in the next verse, Srila Rupa Goswami is going to point them again, how this thing will ruin our spiritual life. Okay? So any question? We continue the purport. We have about 10 minutes more. Okay. If there's no question, let's continue. But anytime where we have any question in the middle of reading, please just indicate, then we can take the question. Or if you want to comment when we are reading something, attract your mind. It's very, very important to do that. Please, let someone read from here. The restless or fickle mind.
Yes, the restless or fickleness of the mind, Mano Vega, is controlled when one can fix his mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. The Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 22.31 says, Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andakara Yahan Krishna Tahan Nahi Mayara Adhikara. Krishna is just like the sun, and Maya is just like darkness. If the sun is present, there is no question of darkness. Similarly, if Krishna is present in the mind, there is no possibility of the mind being agitated by Maya's influence. The yogic process of negating all material thoughts will not help. To try to create a vacuum in the mind is artificial. The vacuum will not remain. However, if one always thinks of Krishna and how to serve Krishna best, one's mind will naturally be controlled.
Yeah, very, very important on the mind. So how to control our mind? How to control
by
our
the
mind?
presence of Krishna.
Huh?
Thinking
We
about
should
Krishna,
always have in
Somebody was
mind with
saying.
Krishna.
talking about Krishna always.
Yes, thinking about Krishna. Talking about Krishna. But I want to ask a question. Sometimes we try to talk about Krishna and think about Krishna. But
if Krishna is present in the mind,
when
there is
the
no possibility of
Maya
minds
influence
being agitated by Maya.
we don't remember Krishna. When the Maya influence comes, we don't remember Krishna. We just go straight, to act on we don't even remember Krishna. Then after acting, then we remember, oh, why did I do that? Why? Somebody want to give some comment on that?
We don't take shelter of Krishna.
Okay, you said?
Because we don't take shelter of Krishna.
Yes, I'm chanting the holy name. I'm chanting the holy name, and still I cannot control my senses. I want answer. Let's try. We are not hearing you. Somebody is speaking. The mic is very far from your mouth.
Yes.
Prabhu, if one always thinks of Krishna and how to serve Krishna best, one's mind will naturally be controlled.
Yeah, I'm saying, I understand what you are saying. I'm saying we are thinking of Krishna. We are trying to serve Krishna. But at some time, our mind pulls us to go and engage in sinful activities. Why?
Sense.
So, who is speaking? Go ahead.
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, go ahead. Speak.
Hare
Ashaya Mataji,
Krishna.
go ahead.
My answer would be that maybe association is needed. Because if you're alone, the mind is always...
Yeah, association is very needed. Yes, thank you. Yes, association is needed. That is one. Another point?
I think we're always we're always like thinking to satisfy our senses, but instead of trying to meditate, oh, how can I serve Krishna? How can I please him? How can I really like please my guru? We're more of in the platform of how can I please me, myself, I, and my family. So something like this.
Yeah, you're right, but still our mind pulls us to go and do that, which we don't want to do. Arjuna also said this in Bhagavad Gita. Did anyone remember?
Can we control?
Can anybody remember this in Bhagavad Gita? Arjuna said the same thing. Did anyone remember this Arjuna statement in Bhagavad Gita?
Yes, I can control air, but I'm not control the man. I know in
Right.
Hindi, Prabhuji.
Yes.
I know only in my language.
Yes. It's because it's easier said than done. Oh, we think of Krishna and we control our mind. But we know we are living with our mind, how practical it is. So Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita was saying the same thing. He said, Krishna, this process you have given me to control my mind, my God.
So we can control it by practice, Prabhuji. The Krishna answer him to do practice, then you can control your mind.
You are giving only one side of the question of the answer. You have not given the second. Krishna gave him two answers.
One is that one, na? Abhyase tu kaunteya, abhyase tu kaunteya. When you do practices.
Krishna said, practice and no, it didn't say practice. It says suitable practice and detachment.
Oh, okay. Detachment is also there.
Detachment is always also there. He said, suitable practice and because Arjuna, and also that one is number one. That one is here. That was when Krishna was explaining to Arjuna about the yogi process. Then they say, oh, it's very difficult to control the mind. But this one I was asking is about, Arjuna also asked a question. Why is it that one is forcibly carried away by the mind to do what you don't want to do? Even though you know that this is not good. And Krishna also asked Arjuna, is only loss, my friend, which degrades to anger. And like that. Krishna answered Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. Okay? So what I'm trying to say in essence is that, yes, to control the mind, we have to focus our mind on Krishna. But sometimes our mind, our senses, and our mind possibly take us away from thinking of Krishna. Because why? We are conditioned souls. And that is why it's very, very important to always pray to Krishna. Very important. Prayer is very, very powerful. Prayer. We should, whenever we are, that is why you see, Prabhupada was saying one day, Prabhupada said, I will never, he was telling the disciples, I will never fall to Maya. And the disciple was thinking, oh, Prabhupada said that, I will never fall to Maya. And the following morning, they saw Prabhupada in front of the deities. He was praying and crying. And later, when Prabhupada came into the room, they asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, why are you praying? Why are you crying? He said, that is why I will never fall into Maya, because I'm always crying and praying to Krishna. So it's easier said than done that, oh, I will control my mind by fixing my mind on Krishna. Then when the desire of the senses will come, we forget Krishna. So prayer is very, very important. We have to always pray to Krishna. We have to always cry to Krishna. Any comments or questions regarding this?
Yeah. 24 hours Krishna, 24/7.
Any comments? We have only 2 minutes. Then we'll continue from where we stop tomorrow.
I have one comment.
Yes, go ahead.
I can't remember who it was, but one of the gurus in ISKCON, they said that if you start to feel lusty desires, or your mind is becoming disturbed while you're chanting, then you just have to chant the name Gauranga, or you just have to chant very loudly the name Gauranga or Nityananda very loudly, and then your mind will become fixed again. Yeah. So
okay,
have to take greater shelter of the holy name when you're disturbed. You have to chant loudly, so that your mind is forced to hear the holy name.
Yeah. So Prabhupada is saying we should chant very loudly, and when we are, our senses and mind is pulling us, because we know this, we're practically living with them. But like I said, we should always cry and pray to Krishna. Prayer is very, very powerful. Krishna loves when we cry and pray to him when we see our deficiency. Because only by the mercy of Krishna, we can really control our mind and our senses. So we have to cry and pray to Krishna. Devotees should learn how to pray every day. You go in front of the deity, you offer some prayers to Krishna. Very, very important. Very, very important. Prabhupada showed us this when he told his disciple, I would never fall into Maya. And the following day, they saw him crying and praying to Krishna. It showed how we can escape the grip of Maya by always crying and praying to Krishna. So we should always learn to pray to Krishna to help us so that we can be able to control our mind. So we'll stop here because it's already 8 o'clock. Thank you very much for your attention. Although we wish that we have more time to do this, but the time is very short. So let us leave it like that so that we can always be eager for more. So tomorrow we'll continue from where we stop. So please, you can read ahead. Where we stop, you can continue reading so that when we come, we can underline some of the points you find in the purport. You underline it, and when we come, we can really, churn the points from Prabhupada's purport and relish it, because the more we discuss it, the more it becomes stick to our memory. Then we can use them whenever we need them. Okay. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.